Oi, tudo bem? Meu nome é Mira, and I would love the opportunity to work with CIEE in the Leading Change in Latin America Student Fellowship. I'm applying to study abroad in Sao Paulo, Brazil, because for the past year I've been studying Portuguese, and in that time I've absolutely fallen in love with Brazil. I think it's such a unique country with such rich culture, from the food to the music. I know my friends have gotten sick and tired of listening to bossa nova because that's all I play. I love Os Chincos, Nar Leal, Gilberto Gil. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. Also, I'm a bio student and I am in love with the biodiversity of the country. I think it's so unique with all of the different plants and animals that are only found in Brazil, not only in the Amazon, but even in the deserts and mountains. Additionally, I think the people are so unique. I think it's really, really cool how different identities are celebrated and really included in the culture rather than ostracized. So why I think I'd be a good candidate for this opportunity kind of has to do with who I am as a person, but also what I like to do in Brazil. I'm somebody who really loves getting my hands dirty. I love trying new things. I definitely think that it's better to try something and learn later that you hate it than to never have done it at all. I definitely value taking advantage of opportunities as soon as they're presented. Like in nature, you'd see a tree fallen over with another tree growing over it, and still that tree at the bottom is still growing up towards the light and thriving. I want to be that tree growing despite the situations it's being found in. And with this opportunity, I would love to be able to get out and experience so many new things that I would never be able to fathom living in the US. And I think it's really unique to be able to share this experience with other people. I know it's really easy to get bogged down by what it's like to live the American dream, but I think this would be a really cool way to be able to show other people and show myself that it is possible to live your own life to the fullest and as your own, rather than by a formula handed to you. Additionally, I'm very interested in Brazilian history and how it's kind of interconnected to all these other parts of the world. I think it's so fascinating that outside of Japan, Brazil has the largest population of Japanese, and how many people were shipped to Brazil during the slave trade, and how it's completely shaped Brazilian culture today. I know in America, Brazil's kind of just viewed as soccer and Rio and Carnival. I would love to be able to show other people that there's so much life to Brazil. Kind of tying into how much life is found in Brazil, if I were given this opportunity, there's an Italian artist I'm very inspired by. Here's some of his work, who does an incredible job at looking at the mundane of life and how much beauty there is in every single moment. And I think it'd be really cool to be able to give a Brazilian spin on this idea. As for my future, I really want to work in sustainability, and I think it's vital for us in the US to be able to collaborate and learn from other countries and what they're doing to mitigate problems associated with climate change. There are definitely methods being used outside of the US that we can learn from and begin to implement here, and there may be methods used here that can be applied elsewhere. And that first step is definitely to build those networks to be able to work with other people in other countries. We're all living on this planet. I think we all need to work together to help to solve this problem. Additionally, I really value learning about other cultures and people and how their experiences have shaped their beliefs and practices. And I think this would be an incredible first step for me to experience other cultures and ways of life. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen to my video. I would love the opportunity to study in Brazil. I'm just absolutely passionate about the country. I think the people are so funny and so lively. I watch a lot of YouTube, not only on their history, but also just like people living their life and what they're up to. I think there's so much to learn from Brazilians, and I would love to be able to have that experience. Obrigado, ciao!